And welcome to this week's Sunday Setups. You're here with your host, none other than Pastor Pips. It is just going to be me for today, which is absolutely A-OK. And yeah, let's get straight into some charts. But first, let's have a look at the economic calendar. Okay, so starting off at Monday, we are going to see German manufacturing PMI for the euro. We're also going to see some pound news in regards to the composite PMI, manufacturing PMI, and also service PMI. So these will be coming early doors Monday morning at 8:30 and also 9:30. Okay, come the afternoon, the New York Open, we will be seeing existing home sales for the dollar. Moving past Monday onto Tuesday, we are also going to see some German GDP for Q2 for the euro at 7 o'clock sharp, my time. And come the afternoon, we are going to see new home sales for the US dollar. Now, onto Wednesday, we are going to see some more German IFO Business Climate Index for the euro. We're also going to see core durable goods orders for the dollar. And of course, every Wednesday, we will be seeing some crude oil inventories for the dollar at 330. Now, Thursday, we are going to be seeing a euro monetary policy meeting. In the afternoon, we're also going to see GDP for the US dollar and also initial jobless claims. Followed at the end of the week by Friday, we are going to see retail sales for the month of July for the Australian dollar. So in terms of high impact news, okay, we do have a ram-packed week ahead of us, which is good because we are going to see the volatility that we need in order to catch some moves. Now, let's head over to the charts. Now, first things first, okay, of course, I'm going to start off with the DXY. So what we did find with the dollar is we were expecting a much deeper retracement, but, you know, we got the retracement nonetheless, not as deep as we would have wanted. However, price has pushed up higher. Okay, so not only have we actually taken out these equal highs that price left, we've also taken out the high of the year. Okay, so with that being done, I would like to see the market retrace. Now, what I can see from the lower time frame in terms of this higher low being taken out, we could potentially be on our way to the downside. We could potentially see price push up, come the open and early doors of the week, price push up to this 1 hour zone for a potential mitigation to then come down lower. Okay, now the first area I am looking at will be this 1 hour area around 93.214, just due to what price has done within this area. So we saw a massive spike to the bottom, which we saw the liquidity get grabbed before we saw the market start to rally. Now, if price does not necessarily hold, doesn't necessarily have to hold in that area, if it doesn't have to hold, or if it doesn't hold in that area, sorry, I will be looking down towards 9.2800 for potential mitigation and fill some more of this imbalance before we can get prices pushing up higher. So, you know, for the short term, we'd like to see the DXY gain some strength to then lose some strength. But overall, the dollar is very, very bullish. Now, moving swiftly over to gold, we were able to catch a great move to end off the week on gold. Now, when it comes to gold, I would like to see price push down lower and play out this 1 hour candle. Now, you know, we have been in a little bit of a range, but this certainly does, you know, especially when I do look at the DXY, or we've just gone over the DXY, I'm expecting price, okay, to still hold this price level around 1774 to give us that push and continue heading up higher. Okay, we've definitely got some more liquidity sitting above for prices to target following the slippage that we saw last week. Moving straight over to my next major, which is going to be on GBPUSD. Now, for GBPUSD, we have slid from an area where we were able to catch some shorts from previously. So we have seen the market react in pretty much exactly the same thing. Now, we do have an institutional play sitting down below here where we've, of course, seen price rally almost 400 pips, looking for exactly the same play for price to give us a reaction in around this level to then push up higher. Now, you know, when I do look at GBPUSD from the daily perspective, you know, I am more inclined to see GU come down a lot lower. So this would be a short-term buy, okay, just to fill this imbalance, play out at either this daily area or the area above for then GBPUSD to continue to fall. So yeah, early doors Monday morning, definitely do need to keep your eyes out for these pairs because we do have some pound news and also some euro news in the morning. So let's make sure that we're attentive and we are ready for these moves to happen. Now, I'm going to move straight on to Euro AED. Now, in terms of Euro AED, what we did see, we sent out quite a few buys where price slipped a little bit lower before we actually saw the push. So the whole week has just been absolute strength from the euro. We've just seen the euro keep on pushing, keep on pushing. So we've seen very, very shallow retracements. Now, looking at the daily and also looking at the weekly, I am expecting a retracement, okay? And what I can see from the lower time frame is we could see price potentially mitigate out of here. So keep your eyes up for this 15-minute candle in case price comes back into the area to potentially catch another short coming down lower. Now, in terms of, targets, I am going to be targeting this 8-hour sell to buy candle that is sitting in and around in between 62 and 70% of my fib retracement there. So if we can get the short, we could be potentially looking at a 300 pip drop to the downside. If we don't get 300 pips, I am expecting at least a 200 pip drop, okay, to at least test the previous highs and fill some of that imbalance. So there's a lot of downside potential for the euro currently. So let's make sure that we keep our eyes peeled. Now, let's move over to the S&P and US 30. So let's actually talk about the US 30 first. So when it comes to US 30, okay, we did see price push out of this 4-hour candle that I do have marked out here. Okay, and ever since price mitigated from that price point, we've just continued to push. Okay, so in terms of the overall swing from this high low to this high high, we have seen price give us at least a 50% retracement, which is, I'm happy with that. So, realistically, if price does not mitigate from an area or price point that's higher, looking in around this 4-hour zone, if you do not see price come to this level here before giving us our potential pullback to either take out these lows and retrace and come down lower, which I would prefer around 34,000, or we could see price pull down, just give us a little pullback to then continue pushing up. So what we could see from the Dow is price actually go up higher and make a new all-time high. And, when we look at the Dow historically, all it seems to be doing is making new all-time highs. So let's make sure that we are on the right side of this move. I do believe a buy was called out for Friday in our Discord community also for Dow Jones. So we are sitting comfortably in about 200 pips profit, I believe it is 300 pips profit. So yeah, guys, if you are on this move, just keep yourself in the move. Just sit tight, look for price potentially turning out, look to take some partials before looking to re-enter. It's quite a similar picture that we are seeing on the S&P. However, the S&P is slightly clearer in terms of the area where price may want to potentially give us a pullback or potentially come down lower and buy up from, much more discounted prices. But realistically, I am looking for this to push up higher and make its new all-time high. However, like I said, in terms of the structure that we are seeing, we could see price come down lower and keep on falling. And yeah, lastly but not least will be for US oil. Now, US oil, in terms of the overall move that we were expecting from this daily area, has been a colossal drop. Okay, colossal drop, over 1,000 pips there on oil. We've just seen oil continue to drop, which is great. I was originally looking at this daily area for potential bounce. However, I do believe if price is going to bounce up from any area, I might as well potentially start looking at this zone here. So I don't believe this area will hold just because of the price action that I'm currently seeing. I do believe we will slip a little bit further before we can potentially see oil give us a new retracement. Now, coming over to the monthly time frame, we did create the liquidity above with those equal highs. However, this looks very, very bearish. And if price does not hold, okay, we could see oil drop all the way back down to $43.6, which is going to be a massive, 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 massive sell-off. Okay, so we do have this weekly area for price to potentially give us that potential high, or at least pull back, retrace, and fill some more of this imbalance that price is leaving over. And yes, guys, with that being said, that's all of the pairs for this week's market outlook. It's been your host, Pastor Pips. Guys, make sure to go and head over to www.litcapital.co.uk. Okay, make sure to click on our packages or book a free consultation, and someone in our team will give you a call back. Now, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, every day is money day. Peace.